We're not long off starting. Hello to whoever is potentially in chat. Hello, Amoeban. How are we doing? I'm basically really only streaming this because um, Prime 4 is very, very likely to be in it. Yeah, I quite like Tomodachi Life. I play quite a lot of it. I'm hoping for Prime 6 in this direct, but that might be in next week's Nintendo Switch 2 direct. That might be that's the thing, right? We're getting a Nintendo Switch 2 direct like next week. So I can't really think what much will be in here. I mean Prime 4 will be because they did say it was for Switch. I think it'll be dual release. And therefore because it's a dual release, I think they won't announce the release date in this video. I think they'll just say like coming with the Switch 2 as what like they'll announce that it's going to be on both or something like that, or they won't have a release date here, and in the Switch 2 direct they'll announce the release date for both. That's my personal little. I feel like that makes the most sense. It's probably going to be boring. I just can't. I mean, it's back. It's probably going to be better than like the Wii U's Final Direct, for example, just because the just because the what am I trying to say? There's backwards compatibility in the Switch 2. So it makes sense for Nintendo to still make some games that will sell on both, because Switch 2 owners can still buy them. And it makes sense for games that were already in development for the Switch 1. It was probably easier to develop games for the Switch 1 because, already been doing it for years. It's not a new thing. But yeah. Guess we'll see soon. Last minute ports, absolutely, yeah. I mean, asking a developer to support for the Switch 1 at this point is probably fairly easy. Asking them to support for the Switch 2, it's like, oh, that's quite the undertaking. And it's backwards compatible anyway, so why not just make a Switch 1 port? So that's kind of what I'm expecting. More stuff like Donkey Kong Country returns. They should have called it Donkey Kong Country Returns. But yeah, the thing is, honestly, the only game franchises that I'm like actively invested in right now as a franchise are like Metroid, Hollow Knight, and Donkey Kong, probably. I'll always be happy to see a new 2D Mario. I love 2D Mario. 3D Mario will obviously be exciting. There's things that'll be exciting, but just I won't personally like care that much. Like Zelda. Zelda's always pretty big. But yeah. At least I'll have Metroid, and at least eventually we'll get Silksong. Because they need to make money somehow. I guess they could just cruise on Hollow Knight sales for the rest of their lives. How much did Hollow Knight sell? 3 million, wasn't it? Yeah, Hollow Knight, so it sold 3 million. There'll be sales in there, but let's just forget about sales for a second. And it cost like £15? And you get about half of it back when counting in like tax and Steam. So it's still good 14 million they probably made on Hollow Knight. New York S will be fun. Can't wait for that. My opinion. Yeah. There's only a couple of us in the stream today, so I can probably admit this, but I do actually think the Little King story is probably done with, unfortunately. Just because I've been researching for the NLKS video, and it feels like the only reason that NLKS happened is because Marvelous went through some kind of restructure, and then it was probably fairly... if they were going to try and license out a game to another company, they probably made it LKS because they just didn't care about it that much, because LKS didn't sell well in Japan, so it didn't sell well overall, but it didn't sell well, especially in Japan. So they probably were just like, well, if it doesn't sell that well, who cares? We'll license it out. And then, under that pretense, Konami made a game that was very much like pandering towards the Japanese market in its gameplay and its art style and even its story, and its and it was and NLKS was designed to sell. I feel, even if it didn't sell very well, because people don't want to play stuff that's not good. They always forget that bit. You have to make good stuff in order to sell good stuff. But that's kind of it. And I feel like the vibe I get is that the PC port only really happened because Xseed, the American publisher, were thrilled to have published the original RKS. They thought it was a great opportunity, and they just loved that game. They kept talking about it on their Twitter at the time, like, we consider the Oni our mascot, yada yada yada. Xseed Games nowadays is called Marvelous USA, by the way, if anyone's ever trying to look them up. But yeah, it seems like they essentially push for the PC port to happen. But they are publishers, so it was about finding a Japanese PC porting team, which there are not very many of, because Japanese PC porting, especially in 2016, was not a big thing. That was more of a Western thing. But they also had a ton of developer notes that were written in Japanese that they wanted the porting staff to read, so they made it a Japanese team. And then it obviously didn't work out very well, and the PC port's very bad. So the best we can really hope for is that Xseed pushes again, now that it's been 9 years since the port, 8 years since the Durante patch, and just say, can we give it a second go? On the Switch, you know, a Japanese porting team for Switch games is probably much more in abundance than a PC porting team from Japan. And there's a lot of, you know, Nintendo gives a lot of support to porting things to Switch. So maybe they push for that, and maybe we get a decent port on the Switch, or the Switch 2. And I think that's the best we can hope for. Because Marvelous wouldn't want to make another LKS, I don't think, because they know it won't sell very well. And if they tried to make... And the thing is, even if they tried to adjust LKS to make it sell better, which I think is what happened with NLKS, I just don't think it'll end up that great, to be honest, because I think what makes LKS really good is stuff that's not very marketable, and stuff that makes it so niche that no one wants to touch it. I mean, I'd take a weak LKS game. I'd still like a Little King Story game that's not very good. But like not great, just that it's kind of middle of the road, personally. Because I think there's a few things you could do well that are fairly, like, mainstream, like good exploration, for example, even if the story doesn't have the same prestige as the original. But ultimately LKS happened because Kimura wanted it to happen, and he was friends with Wada, and Wada was the CFO at Marvelous, but neither of them are working in big game industries, so anyway. Oh shoot, we're starting this. Can you guys hear the stream? Just let me know, because I might have set it up wrong, and maybe you'll just have to imagine. Okay, it's more of this. Right, I'm going to the toilet. Okay, no, I won't. I think that's not good form. I'm pretty sure we've heard about Dragon Quest III repixeled or whatever for like a while now. It's a little too low. No worries. Let me crank it up just a tiny bit then. Yeah, that's my summary of the state of the LKS franchise. Kimura's probably never coming back for it. I mean, he said that Stray Children's his last RPG. So, best you could hope for is that another auteur, another, like, wacky game developer who likes taking risks, convinces Marvelous to let him or her have a go, and then make something really personal, and Marvelous isn't worried about it not selling again. Oh, I'm too low. Your voice... I always have to have my... That is bizarre. My voice should... Maybe I just speak really quietly. I can put my voice up a little bit then. Fine.
Hello everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd. So please tune in for that as well.
Yeah, we're all
What you
shills.
just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake from Square Enix. Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits?
Oh, this is
We hope you're
big.
excited
Okay.
for more information
So that was
in the
quite a
future.
big deal for Dragon Quest fans. That's fine. This is the American Direct, by
Okay,
the way.
let's see the first batch of headlines.
Alright, so here's all the random...
Escape from dire straits.
Yeah. All the indie stuff and the third-party stuff. No Hope X. Tell me about it.
2 minutes until oxygen 0.
I forget how boring directs can be, and this is the end of the Switch's life, so... I don't know what really I can expect. Oh, it's AI
The
Somnium
latest
Files.
entry
I have
in the
heard
Eye,
that
the
somewhere.
Somnium Files
But
series
there's too many
is
video
stirring.
games.
You are Kaname Date, a special agent with a sophisticated AI called Aiba embedded in his left eye. Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game.
I hate to be that guy, but
Conduct
all
interviews
these
to
kinds of
investigate
games just kind of
Iris's
blend
whereabouts.
together for me.
Dive into a subject's dreams to reveal
But I know that
clues
people are
hidden
really
deep
into like
within
this
their
kind of
psyche.
thing, and then they want to make their own, and then a
And
lot of them are really good
solve
takes on it, but it's
mind-bending
takes on
puzzles in
something
an
that just
explorable
feels so
environment.
done. And if I wanted to play
Everything
something
you
like
learn
this,
will
I'd play
bring you
something
one
that's
step
like this on my
closer to the
backlog.
truth.
Maybe that's just me being cynical though.
Uncover what's hidden in reality and dreams.
It's using
to
that
rescue
font. I
Iris.
swear this font's using like
No
Xenoblade and
sleep
everything.
For Kaname Date from I, the Somnium Files.
This game's quite
Launches
nice.
On the
Oh, fair
Nintendo
enough.
Switch system.
Yeah, I
July
don't thi-
25th.
I just feel like you need to be in the know to enjoy things
Unleash
like that.
the supernatural.
I don't know. It looks good. It looks fine. I think I just get overwhelmed with directs and the amount of like games there are. This
A
I think was
classic
shown last
Atlas
time.
action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics
No.
and enhanced gameplay. Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective. But unbeknownst to others, he also fights alongside demons as a devil summoner. To protect the capital,
okay. It's
Raido
kind of
must
Persona-ish,
investigate
I
a
suppose.
series of supernatural cases. Fight in real-time battles
Both
alongside
of these games,
demons
this one
you
and the last
summon.
one, kind of rough. Are they
Work with your
ports
demons
of
to
older
strike an
games?
enemy's weak point. Then
Well,
follow
that's
up
fine,
with a
so I don't
powerful
really
attack.
care
Cooperation is the
that
key to
much.
victory. You can even turn
As long as I know
opposing
up front
demons
that it's
into
like a
allies.
retro thing.
Demons can also be useful outside
Oh
of
no,
battle.
this is just a Persona thing. That's Jack
And
Frost.
their
Okay, I'm not being
powers are
crazy.
helpful in finding solutions during investigations. Guide Raido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Raido Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, launches on Nintendo Switch June 19th. Pre-orders
Okay.
begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Cool.
Consume darkness. With
Oh,
your
is this the
memories
Pac-Man
gone,
game?
You have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world
Yes, the Pac-Man game.
where
Yeah.
you're greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck.
That's
Who
funny
is
because he was
this
originally supposed to be called
spherical
Puck-Man,
stranger?
but then they were
Moored in a
worried that
mysterious,
there would be a
maze-like
graffiti
world. Your
problem where
battle
people
for
would rub out
survival
parts of the
begins.
P, so it wouldn't look like the word Puck-Man
As
anymore.
Puck
And
guides
that's
you
why
on
they
your
changed it to
journey,
Pac-Man.
you'll delve deeper into the expansive world. By examining your surroundings, you can phase shift and combine with Puck to explore areas
See,
you
I
couldn't
like
reach before.
Metroidvanias, so
But tread lightly.
I
The
just-
creatures
this is
inhabiting this
so
world
funny.
will prove hostile.
the Pac-Man
When
angle is
facing
just for
imposing
marketing,
enemies,
but it is
you
freaking
and Puck
working.
can
'Cause
temporarily
if
fuse
it
into
weren't
the
for that, I
Gaia
would not
form
remember
to
a single
unleash
thing I'm
powerful
looking at here, to be
attacks.
completely honest.
By consuming your prey, you'll collect resources that can then be used to enhance your abilities. Work to uncover Puck's true goal. and devour enemies to survive this cruel world. Experience a dark twist on the iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Labyrinth launches on Nintendo Switch.
There's a little
July
Pac-Man in the
18th.
logo as well. Oh, that's so funny. We got a secret letter.
Rhythmic March begins.
And so did that other game.
Remasters of Patapon
Oh,
and
it's Patapon.
Patapon 2 are
heard of
drumming onto
Patapon
Nintendo
somewhere.
Switch as one bundle. Play
Bang.
your drum to the beat and
Namco
give different commands to
coming
the
out swinging in the
Patapon
direct.
army. For example, Pata 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 Pon
Sequel to
advances
that
them
one game.
forward,
Yeah, that game's Pac-Man.
while Pon Pon Patapon has them attack. And if you string together combos with good timing, the Patapons enter fever mode and get a big boost in power. From the horse-riding Kibapon to the shield-savvy Tatepon, build up your battalion to take on hordes of fierce foes.
Yeah, Concord was also in secret level, which is so
Plus,
funny.
new features
Oh,
have been added,
Concord is
so
so
you can
fun.
advance
It's
to
the
the beat
freaking
of your
font.
own drum.
I swear that there's like 4 fonts used on the Nintendo Switch. That one was used in
Lead
Mario
the
Maker, I'm pretty
Patapons
sure.
and march
This one
forth
isn't. This is a
when
different one.
Patapon 1+2 Replay launches on Nintendo Switch, July 11th. Welcome to
This is the Hobbit
Zephyr
game?
a cozy place nestled in a windswept valley. This is where your new life begins.
Story of Oh, look, it's a marvelous game. It's a Story of
First
Seasons is
cropping
what
up
Harvest
on the
Moon is called
Nintendo DS
nowadays.
system. This
Because of a
immersive
really,
farming
really
and
stupid
life sim
copyright
has
thing.
no shortage of activities to get up to.
Oh no, it begins.
You must
Hey,
be
hey,
the
hey,
new
hey.
farmer.
Tend
It's
to your
Harvest
farm
Moon.
while growing crops
We excuse
and caring
Harvest
for
Moon. They were here
animals.
first. Look at that cow. We can excuse that.
Then sell your produce and other wares at the town's weekly bazaar.
Hi.
As bazaar sales grow, you'll
Alley
help the once
Vist,
famous market
Dragon
regain
Quest,
its former splendor.
Pixel 3D thing
You
again.
can also get to know the
A
locals
bunch of anime-looking games.
and maybe
That
nurture a
Pac-Man
relationship if you
edgy
find
Shadow
that
Labyrinth
special
thing.
someone.
And now we're looking at Harvest Moon.
Plus, taking advantage of Zephyr Town's windy conditions
So,
can
really
make
nothing.
travel and other tasks a breeze.
I swear, this must just be. Is this going to be one of the directs
winds
where
of
the
change are
investors were
coming,
like, we need to
and your
get
new life on the
all of
farm
the third-party
begins
stuff
when
advertised
Story of
ASAP
Seasons
because people have been
Grand
developing
Bazaar
these
launches
for
on
a
the
while.
Nintendo Switch system August 27th.
And there's just going to be no first-party stuff because that makes sense.
Please look forward to the latest entry in
It
the
is a
Story of
weird
Seasons
direct.
series.
I mean, I'm sure that people are popping off for that Persona spin-off,
Next, please take a look at this.
but and Dragon Quest, but like not people that like I'm associated with. That was a bit mean. I'm kidding. Prime. It's Prime 4. What? What? It's Prime 4, right? Prime. Is it time travel? Oh, I love her. Oh, I love her so much. Why has she got the purple visor? What does that mean? Oh, we're gonna hear more of this music.
This is the unknown planet Vuros.
Vuros! That's a cool name.
Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center.
A floating jungle. Oh,
In
good.
order
This is
to
what I want.
survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone
Yes.
figures and other relics
Scan
to carve
things.
a path forward.
Is that new? Is that new? Is that a new alien? Do we finally have new aliens in this Chozo-infested series? Is it one planet? Wait, it might be one
She's
planet.
not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
This feels very Prime 2, and that's all I want. I just wanted a Prime 2-esque game again. That's wait. Some of these look kind of familiar, which is okay to use. Architect.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers.
Does that mean new abilities?
Psychic abilities.
Psychic? We're finally doing new things instead of just
These
reusing it.
powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms and to open doors.
That makes a lot of sense. That's very, yeah.
They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power.
What? Yeah, this makes so much sense. But this feels like an expansion of Prime.
Bestowed upon Samus.
This feels like an expansion of Prime. That's all I want was just keep doing Prime things, but new ideas. That's not Chozo. They were speaking a new... That's a new conlang. I know Chozo. Atta is you.
And what will be her fate after
That was-
being summoned to Vuros?
That's a Metroid. That's an elite
Threads
pirate.
intertwining beyond space and time
That's...
are beginning to weave
Okay, that's just
a
nostalgia.
new tale.
Oh. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's a new conlang. That's not even Chozo. It's just a new suit, or a new like. Oh, that looks a lot like the Prime 2 suit. That's a really clean design. It's
Even more challenges await Samus. We hope you're looking forward to exploring.
Oh, I
Samus's
just...
new
It looks so
psychic abilities.
understated. But that's what I want
Okay,
in Prime.
Let's move on to some more
I
headlines.
like when Metroid's understated. I just like when it's like
Ready to stir
chill,
up some
tense.
mischief?
That looks right. That
Once upon a time,
finally,
there was a
they made a
drab
video
coffee
game for
shop
me.
that transformed into a magical potion cafe.
There's no video
As the
games for me
newest
anymore because I don't
potionista
play
of the
anything new
cursed
or enjoy
cafe,
anything new.
You'll craft concoctions for Disney villains and get to know them.
I'm in
a
my
new
prime
light.
and I
Mix ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs.
I got that reference.
Then serve them to your villainous visitors, including Ursula and Gaston. With help from Yzma, you can upgrade
I love how we
your
knew it was
ingredients
Prime
to
from a
produce some
Prime 4 from a
wildly
single
wicked
tree.
creations. The potions you make can influence
For all these
each
graphics are
customer's
crazy for
storylines,
2017.
leading
Okay,
to
Ale, have
different
you seen
outcomes
Prime
every
Remastered?
time you play.
Prime Remastered
Who
looks
knows
incredible.
what
Now, to be
mischief
fair,
might happen?
I am a nerd,
Disney villains
and I know
Cursed
Prime
Cafe
very well.
launches
So
on
when
Nintendo
playing Prime
Switch
Remastered, I
later
realized
today.
that it was using LOD up the wazoo. Like, just tons and tons of LOD switching in order to
Summon
get
a
it to work.
spellbinding adventure.
But Retro is insane. Retro has always done this with every console. They've pushed
Welcome to
every
Witchbrook
console
College,
that they've
where
worked with to its
students
limits,
strive
so
to
I'm not
master
surprised.
the magical arts.
No release date. Ale, they're
During
going to
class,
release
use
it with the
magic
Switch 2.
circles to
It's going to be a
perform
dual
rituals.
release, and they can't
Rely on
reveal the Switch 2
brooms.
release date yet. This
And learn
is what I've been
advanced
saying.
techniques to go
In
from
the Switch 2
witch in
Direct
training
in
to
next week,
skilled
they're going to say,
spellcaster.
we showed off Prime 4 again last week.
There's also
Just to
plenty
let you know,
to
here's
do
the release
outside
date.
class.
It's going to release alongside the Switch
Hang out
2,
with friends at
but
their
also on the
homes.
Switch 1. That's how they're doing this. I'm
Take
sticking
on
with this
various
theory.
jobs to help pay for tuition. Or use the spells
I actually
you've
wonder what
learned
they closed
to
with. Yeah, I
craft
thought
and
Prime would be the
sell
final, but they
original
did
items.
close with Prime last time, so maybe they're trying to
Plus,
mix
up to
things up a
4
bit. So
players
it's not
can
just the
make
Prime
magic
show,
together
which
in
it should
online
be,
co-op.
because Prime is fantastic.
Explore this whimsical world on the road to graduation and beyond. Are you ready for a spellbinding journey? Enrollment begins when Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch this holiday. Action, adventure, and arcade games await. Set off on a fantastical mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn platforming adventure, you'll explore an expansive archipelago where nightmares and wonder collide. Upgrade your trusty cane with magical parts. Then use its abilities to find your own path through the enchanting world.
So I'm just
Can
looking at
you
my friends
uncover the
messaging
secrets
about
the
it.
archipelago
Aw.
holds?
Everyone likes
Find
the new
out when the
suits.
Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Let's see what the Orpheon has to say about it.
Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Gradius with a collection of arcade shoot-'em-up games from across the series. Titles include Gradius, Salamander, Light Force, Gradius 2, Gradius 3, and Salamander 2. Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years. Plus, take the helm in a brand new entry, Salamander 3. Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 7th.
They close with two, so
Pre-orders
it's gonna be like
begin
6 times
later
total.
today on
Yeah,
Nintendo
yeah.
eShop. Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necro Dancer.
Oh, we're doing
Press
this again.
corresponding buttons in each lane to fight
Cool.
monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep the cadence going with epic boss battles, quirky minigames, remix stages, and global leaderboards. Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the lookout for more DLC in the future. Rift of the Necro Dancer launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Wait, that's freaking Celeste. I looked away and I was like, wait a second, that's Celeste.
Let's see what's in store. Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza,
also very
a brand new entry in the Tamagotchi Connection series. There are stores galore. Design glasses at the eyewear
That sounds
shop.
so much like.
Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist. And arrange plates at the
Celeste music
afternoon
is so
tea
good.
shop.
I love Celeste music.
12
We are
wonderful
halfway
stores
through this
need
direct,
your
by the
help.
way. And so far, what we've seen is that Prime 4 will probably
Provide
be
good customer service to get high ratings and upgrade each shop. In doing so, you'll get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the
I'm
town
glad I streamed my
livelier than
reaction.
before. With over 100
Just-
new
just so that
and
we could get
classic
me seeing a
Tamagotchi,
single tree and
business
going,
is sure to
Prime
be
4?
booming.
I'm
Get ready to set up shop when
Samsung
Tamagotchi
with
Plaza
psychability.
launches on Nintendo
Oh, I
Switch
actually, a long
June
time ago, I
27th.
was like, I think it'd be really cool to have a Prime game with like celestial metal, like a very godly. I don't care what this is. But like she has like celestial bronze, and they've not done that. But like this whole idea of like a psychic planet Vuros. Oh, cool. It's just a cool idea.
Welcome to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon.
Such a bizarre lineup of
The setting
Pokemon.
is this metropolis that also appeared in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games, Lumio City.
I can't believe that for years
To make
people
it
were
easier
like,
for people
for a couple
and
of years they were
Pokemon
like,
to
we're gonna get a
coexist.
Pokemon Z.
A company named
And then-
Exartico Inc. is carrying out an urban
12
redevelopment
years
plan.
later, Nintendo were like, oh shoot, yeah, we forgot to
We'll
do
get
a Pokemon Z.
glimpse
Let's do a
into the
Pokemon
lives
Z.
of the Pokemon and people of Lumio City.
What was that trumpet? Did anyone else hear that trumpet?
Scattered all over town
The
are
wah wah
wild
wah.
zones.
It's like, that's like a 30-year-old MIDI,
These areas are
right?
special
I feel like I
environments
heard
where
that
wild
trumpet in that
Pokemon
one
can live comfortably, even within the
accidental
city.
Resident Evil basement song that's famous for being
You
horrible.
can catch Pokemon here,
That was weird.
but they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that
Wah,
live
wah, wah, wah,
outside
wah, wah.
wild zones too.
Basically, there was a song in Resident Evil that was
Some of
like
them
made
can
of
either be
synths that
found
and like
on
chords,
rooftops.
and it looks like they accidentally last minute
People and
changed
Pokemon
the
live
instrument
easygoing
used
lives
to
in
that
Lumio
trumpet.
City.
So instead of being this ambient piece that was
But
like woo, 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 woo,
when night
it's like
falls,
brr, 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 brr. And it's
the
like one of the
city's
most
aura
painful things I've
transforms.
ever heard.
Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a
And it's
tournament,
often considered one of the worst video game songs.
the ZA Royale.
I think it's Resident Evil 1.
Trainers await in
No, it might be
battle
Silent Hill
zones.
1, one of the re-releases. I don't know.
If you're spotted,
Either
they'll
way,
challenge you
that's
to
all I
battle.
can really comment on because I played 2 Pokemon games and I was like, well, they were
Strike
sure were
first
games.
before
I can
being
see the
seen,
appeal,
and you'll land
honestly.
a surprise
I
attack.
genuinely could. I can see
During battles,
Pokemon
using
being
a super
very
effective
enjoyable
move
and
at the right
investable,
moment
but
is key.
this is all. Oh, and they're
And
remixing the
with
song
Mega
from X
Evolution,
and Y.
some Pokemon
Oh, they're bringing
can
back this as
power
well
up
from X
even
and Y.
more.
That's cool. But I just
You'll
feel
start
like
at rank Z and work your way up to
Pokemon
rank
just
A.
feels like crypto now. Like, if you're like emotionally invested in Pokemon, you have
Trainers
to
who
know
reach
that
the top are
like
said to have a
it
wish
went to the moon
granted.
a long time ago, and you're left holding, an empty bag, my guy. Like, get off the hype train now. It's never
Day
getting better.
and night
It's
are
over.
2 sides to Lumio City. it seems there are even more secrets waiting to be
There's a
uncovered.
reason that like all the Pokemon
What will
content
you
creation I
find
see on
on
YouTube
your
is just
adventure?
like Emerald ROM hacks. Like
Pokemon
Alpharad stuff is pretty much
Legends
all
ZA
Emerald ROM hacks
launches
now,
on Nintendo Switch
which is
later
fine. I
this
think it's a
year.
cool niche. But yeah, I'm not.
In Lumio City, where the game is set, the aura transforms between day and night. It seems
France.
there are even more secrets to uncover. Please be on the lookout for more information in the
It's
future.
just a bit too much France in it, yeah.
Next, please take a look at this.
Hello there. Boop.
Is
The
this
game you're about to
Rhythm
see
Heaven?
Boop.
No.
doesn't have a big, epic story. Boop. But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games.
Or is it a Rhythm Heaven esque
You wanna
game?
see?
Presume it's a Rhythm Heaven esque game.
Just press the button to
Like
jump
like
through the
like a
ring.
spiritual like a fan spiritual successor thing like Anton Blast or Pizza Tower.
It sounds
You
easy,
suck at this, potato with legs. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Well done,
but the
dude.
timing is super tricky.
Okay.
Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm.
Well, the way Nintendo announced this sounds like it is first party. This feels first party. This is Rhythm Heaven, isn't it? This is actually Rhythm Heaven. This isn't a fan thing. This isn't like a... Oh, that's... Yeah, it is. I can't believe it.
In this game, you might do almost anything, but you'll need to do it in rhythm.
Wait, I didn't know you... Wait, you guys are really into Rhythm Heaven. Amazing.
With that,
So
you
many
might
of your
even
messages
be
are showing
able
up
to
as
do
spam.
iPhones.
Ali. Yep, it is.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series,
Oh.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
So I have the second Rhythm Heaven on DS. I think Walsh just called Rhythm Heaven or Rhythm Paradise,
That was Rhythm Heaven Groove.
and
Brand new
I
entry
loved
in
it.
the
But
Rhythm
I'm
Heaven
really
series.
bad at rhythm due to
It
like some
includes
health
lots of
condition stuff
music
and
produced
sleep
by
schedule
renowned
stuff.
Japanese
So I
musicians.
put it down for a bit, and then that was like 4 years ago, and I never went
What
back
kinds
to
of
it.
rhythms
But
do
I
you think you'll
really
hear?
enjoyed it. It was just
We hope you're looking forward to it.
I was just really bad at it because, yeah,
Next, we have news about
Too
the use
drowsy.
of digital games on your system.
digital games.
Please take a look.
Is this NSO?
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards?
No way. Are they doing download
Well,
play?
here's what we came up with. Introducing the virtual game card.
I don't like the sound
In
of
the
that.
future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
What? It's like DRM?
When purchasing the digital version of the game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title.
Sounds like blockchain, my guy. That's
Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
What?
If you have two Nintendo Switch
I
systems,
don't like that, me.
you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second.
Okay.
Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever
This
you
actually
want.
sounds like a cool idea. So it's
Just
like
as if you had inserted a physical game card.
it's yeah. So you can share your.
With
Wait,
virtual
Nintendo's
game
actually
cards,
promoting people
you
to
can
share
freely
games with
load
their
and arrange
friends.
which games you play
Because one of the
on
main
two
things.
systems.
Yeah. Okay.
Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time.
So you can't clone the game to other people
You can
because
also lend out
that
virtual
would
game cards
be a
to
bit
your
much.
Nintendo account,
Obviously,
family group
that's like
members.
copying the ROM around.
Connect to your family
But
group
you can
member system via
lend
local
them
wireless
the
when you
ROM,
want to lend
but
a
it
game.
just stops it being on yours.
Choose the title you're
to
lending.
protect Nintendo's IP, which
And
is still
who you're
very
lending it
consumer
to.
friendly because a lot of the whole thing about digital is like, oh, if your friend wants to put on their system, they have to buy a second one
you're
or
done.
whatever.
They can now play on their own system.
interesting.
You can only lend one game at a time to a particular person. Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing I have thought about, because I've thought,
Making
like,
digital games even
I have a
easier
game
to use.
downloaded on my
Virtual
Switch that's
game
not
card.
really mine. And the person whose it is, I've always been like,
The
do you
virtual
want
game card
have to, like,
feature
lend them my
lets you
Switch,
swap
let them
games
play on it, you
between
know?
Nintendo Switch systems, as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems. This feature is
Someone found
planned
a
to be
dupe
added
exploit?
via
I
a system
hope
update
not.
in late April.
Don't ruin everything.
Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch games.
They can actually return to me? What do you mean? People won't send the library to it. Yeah, and then it'll only end up on one system. But also... Hang on, life! What are you doing up here, big bro? Get down. You're gonna hurt yourself. I hate that stock electricity effect. I hear it in everything. Oh, the Wandering Village. That looks kind of cool, actually. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. King of Meat. It's like a Fall Guys-esque game. That's cool. I like competitive 3D platformers. It's an underutilized genre, and I'm glad there's more of them now. I wish I'd played Fall Guys, or its rip-off. Whatever that rip-off is that everyone else likes to play. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. That's not a real title, come on. That's an Animal Crossing clone. A lot of these look very Animal Crossing clones.
Uncover history once more.
In fact, the terrain changing thing looked a lot like
HD
New Horizons.
remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing on to
What
Nintendo
is that
Switch.
art? What is...
Meet
what?
Gustav, the Royal Heir, and Will the Explorer.
Did anyone else see
Two
that?
heroes whose fates and legacies will intertwine across generations
Fantasy
in this
Life?
epic RPG.
Wait, is that part of the Fantasy Life series? Like the one I have on 3DS?
Experience the original story, along with brand new events
No.
that expand the vibrant world
Is
of
that
Saga.
AI generated? Is that AI upscaled pixel art?
Plus,
What is
team
going
up
on
with
with this
more
art
characters
style?
in battle. And transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system.
Anyway, I'm happy for Fantasy Life. I just didn't know that that was what it was called.
finishing
There's
the
something...
main
I don't know if it
story,
is
you
AI
can test your
upscale, but
mettle
there's
in mud
something
against
really
even
off
more
about this art
powerful
style.
bosses.
Because it's going for the Dragon Quest...
History
Yeah!
will you uncover through the ages.
Because it's going for the Dragon Quest
Saga
thing
Frontier
of
2
pixel art
Remastered
characters on
launches on Nintendo
a...
Switch later today.
From Square Enix? Really? Because it's doing the Dragon Quest thing, but
Monumental
badly. But it's
adventures
from
await.
Square Enix? But all of the character
Embark
sprites look
on
way
peaceful
too, like,
journeys
low
across
saturation
this
and low
series of
contrast
beautiful
compared to the
puzzle games.
environments. The environments look
Wander through
not
isometric
hand-drawn. They
worlds
look
filled with
like
stunning
they've
landscapes
been,
to
like,
manipulate,
upscaled from pixel
optical
art.
illusions to discover, and mystifying
Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's an
secrets to
MC
unfold.
Escher-esque game. Oh, that's
In
cool.
Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness, while
Oh, no,
outsmarting
yeah, no,
the
I
enigmatic
dig that.
crow people.
I probably
A
won't
different
play it, but I
journey
dig it.
awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure
It looks
through
filtered poorly.
motherhood.
Yeah,
as
it's
she
the
and her
fact that the
child unlock
character,
the secrets
unlike
of
the Dragon
sacred
Quest ones, the
geometry.
character sprites don't
Both games
have
contain all
lighting
their
like the
additional
environments
chapters,
around. The environments are very
add-ons,
flat,
and DLC.
but also the
The
character
first
sprites are
two
way too like
Monument
low
Valley
contrast,
games
like
launch on
bright
Nintendo
compared to the environments,
Switch,
which are much like
April
higher
15th.
contrast and darker.
Pre-orders begin later today
Oh,
on
goodness.
Nintendo eShop.
Sorry,
And
Monument Valley, you look great.
help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3, setting sail on Nintendo Switch.
I did not know
this
these
summer.
games existed. They look cool. Is this Wii Sports? No, it's a Wii Sports clone.
A brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf
Everybody's
series is
Golf.
driving onto Nintendo Switch.
I know it means that the golf belongs to everybody, but for a
Time
second I
your
thought it
button
was
press
a contraction of
just right,
everybody is
and
golf,
take your shot.
which is a much funnier name.
Perform backspins.
This is the most
Side
badly coded
spins.
game yet. Did
And
you mean
other
the MC
special
Escher one,
shots.
or do you mean the freaking waifu golf?
In the single-player challenge
Nobody
mode,
likes
compete in
golf. Golf
tournaments
is a
and face
fake
off against
sport
a range of rivals
for
to become the
billionaires that
ultimate
don't know how
golfer.
to socialize.
In Wacky Golf, Your shots could get pulled into holes.
Literally
or
anything involving.
obstacles
Yeah,
might
this
fall.
game looks terrible.
It's golf that's not quite par for the
Golf is a bad game. We only
Up to
excused
4
it in
golfers
Wii
can hit the
Sports.
fairway
Hey, Maze.
together locally or in online play.
Yeah, the MC Escher one looks great because I quite like a
So
puzzle
just
game here and
relax
there.
and
I quite
get
like
ready to
Grease
tee
for what
off.
it was. I don't think it was.
Everybody's Golf Hot
incredible. I
Shots
thought it
lands
was
on
very
Nintendo
good, though.
Switch this year. Unite some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil. Pair up 2 heroes from the roster of 15, including the
cute.
likes of the spectacular Spider-Man and the ferocious Wolverine to take on the challenge.
I like that they're bringing back all
Quarters
these.
combatants
So for a
to
while,
aerial
kind of what
races,
happened
you
was
can mix and
since
match
Fox
a
had the
variety
rights
of
to
heroes
X-Men,
for an
but Disney had the
amazing
rights
array
to
of
Avengers.
possibilities.
I think
And
Disney
swap
had
between
the
your team
rights
of
to
2
put
at any time.
X-Men in video games,
advantage of
but
your
they
team's
chose
strength
to
to
strip
overwhelm your
X-Men
foes.
from video games
Plus,
to
up to 4
chokehold
players
Fox
can
into, like,
assemble for
basically making the
local or
X-Men less
online co-op
popular
play.
and therefore screwing over Fox's
The
movies.
battle for the fate
And
of the
because they
Marvel
did
universe
this-
begins when Marvel Cosmic
Yeah,
Invasion
and,
launches
and,
on the
and then they
Nintendo
did this for a
Switch
while, and then
system
yeah,
this
Fox
holiday.
was like, "Fine, we give up the X-Men. We're not doing anything anymore." Now Disney
that
has
was
control of
Marvel
the X-Men, and
Cosmic
now they're
Invasion,
putting them back in things
where
again
you'll
because now
battle
they
as a
own
tag
the
team
X-Men
of
for the
different
films as well.
superheroes. Next is our last game announcement. Please take a look.
Last game is this? It's only a 35-minute direct. That makes sense. And I don't care. I just. Amoeban! Amoeban! Amoeban, you might actually be winning. You might actually be winning. It's not quite Tamagotchi Life, because Tamagotchi Life didn't have this whole open world. It's something else. No, it is. Hey, hey, hey! I can't believe that you actually predicted Tamagotchi Life 2 at the beginning of this to me, but it was literally the first thing you said in this chat.
Did you want to talk?
That's how I message my friends. That's what it's like.
Glad that was only a dream.
That was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. The first new
I was
entry
like,
in the series in over 10
why did I
years.
not think it was Tomodachi Life? I should have
In the
known from the
trailer,
fart.
We saw Mii characters living on an island out at sea.
I thought it'd be more like
What
a
kinds of
spin-off.
interactions do you think they'll
To be
have?
fair, I thought it'd be more like a combination of Miitopia and
We hope you're
Tamagotchi
looking
Life.
forward
But
to
actually, no, that fight is from Tamagotchi Life, isn't it? The stuff fight.
Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct so far.
Still got that server up. The Little King Story one, not that
Our
I don't
final
think it is.
announcement is something a little different that's not a game. Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce it.
Is this Mario Movie 2?
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
Chris Pratt.
Thank you for
2.
watching today's Nintendo Direct.
Please, actually.
Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly.
Oh
to
no,
you.
are they stopping doing directs?
And now, these presentations have grown into an event that many people watch.
Zelda
Thank
movie.
you all very much.
Is it Zelda movie?
We'll continue to broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations. But
No.
we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you.
Yeah,
directly.
they're changing how they're doing directs.
This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today,
Okay. No, Zelda movie would be its own direct,
which
like
functions
Mario
like
movie
a
was.
daily calendar.
Mario movie had 3
In the
directs,
app,
I'm pretty
you can
sure,
view
dedicated
different
to itself.
Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and
Nintendo
characters
Direct,
every
play
day.
Pikmin. Nintendo Direct, just please play Pikmin.
After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app as well.
Okay.
Nintendo Today will be available to download on smart devices later today.
Okay.
Anyone
That's
with a
kind of
Nintendo
useful,
account
because, I
can
mean,
use the
Nintendo
app,
Switch
so
has a
please
function
try it
like
out.
this whenever you go on the home screen. Whenever you open the Switch.
That's
on
all
the
I
left.
have to share.
That's it.
I hope you enjoy using Nintendo Today.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch
That's
is
all
hard
for
to know.
today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay, cool. They did make a Nintendo Spotify maze. They made their own app, Nintendo Music. It's really weird. Since I have you all here, I'm actually going to very quickly complain about the Nintendo Music app, and specifically the game Donkey Kong Country 2, which is one of the greatest video game soundtracks ever made, bar none. It is an incredible soundtrack. Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest. This game is utterly screwed over on the app in a couple ways. So to start with, the Nintendo Music app does let you extend certain songs to half an hour or an hour, which is great because I listen to extended Nintendo Music all the time. But it has all of like the most popular Donkey Kong Country 2 songs, except for Sticker Bush Symphony. It doesn't have Bramble Blast. It doesn't have the most famous song in Donkey Kong 2 as an extension. But also, it puts, for some reason, the way they've named the first game and the third game is based on their official soundtrack release titles. But the second game, they've named them after their like soundtrack nicknames like Sticker Bush Symphony, and then put in brackets the first level that piece of music appears in. So in brackets it says Bramble Blast. Except for some of these, they've gotten the actual like first level wrong. So Forest Interlude is Web Woods, but Web Woods is like the third level that Forest Interlude plays in. And then Run Rabby Run, it says Parachute Panic, which is not a level that even plays that song. That's just the complete wrong level. Anyway, that's my little rant about the app over. Nintendo never advertised it to you specifically, so true, fair enough. I'm just going to brush over Tamagotchi Life. I quite like Tamagotchi Life. It's been a while since... The thing is, Meebs, I didn't play Miitopia. It's been a long time since I played Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi was a fun time, though. I had a good time. I'm just kind of... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for in games at the moment. But, like, Tamagotchi Life is a big deal. But I'm fairly chill about it for whatever reason. I played a lot of that game. I was really happy when it was in Smash as well, with its fun remix. There is Tamagotchi music on that app as well, so. It would be good if Tamagotchi could finally add LGBT relationships. Especially because Japan is now the High Court in Japan, the Supreme Court of Japan, said it was unconstitutional not to allow gay marriage in like real life. So who knows? Really into Roller Coaster Tycoon? Nice. Yeah, like things like that. They have their place for sure. I get excited by more like adventure based games, I suppose. Or like, you know. Or Mario, apparently. I've just realised no Silksong. Okay, that's actually kind of weird that no Silksong. I know it's like a running thing of Silksong's never releasing, so why would you expect it? The reason I expect it is because it was announced at the Nintendo E3 2019 Switch presentation, like the Treehouse, I believe. For Nintendo Switch, Nintendo usually reserves their Treehouse for very special, like, first-party games or, like, close partner third-party games. But they showed off Silksong 6 years ago for the Switch. So is Silksong just no longer going to be on the Switch? Is that what this is? Is it going to be a Switch 2 game that they promised for Switch, but now is on Switch 2? I mean, it's also coming to other platforms. And to be fair, they promised Hollow Knight for Wii U and in 2014, and they cancelled that. So I don't know what's going on with Silksong. Dual release. The Switch can definitely run it. Why dual? I don't know. It's weird, now that I think about it, so Prime 4 didn't get a release date, and it's going to be a dual release, but the Switch 2 can play Switch 1 games. And all the footage we've seen has been Switch 1, on the, as Ali put it, the 2017 tablet. It's up in the top left. I know, that's why I thought about it. You can literally hover over this. But yeah, so would there be a Prime... Can you play Prime 4 for the Switch on the Switch 2, as well as Prime 4 for the Switch 2 on the Switch 2? I guess that's not that crazy, because you can play Metroid Prime GameCube on a Nintendo Wii, which also has Metroid Prime, but... you can do the Twilight Princess, which was also a dual release, to be fair. But yeah, anyway, see you, LA. Yeah, good to chat with you, mate. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that, yeah, maybe they'll. And then if they're gonna dual release it, even though you can play Prime 4 Switch 1 edition on the Switch 2, presumably, then I wonder if the Switch 2 version of the game will somehow look even prettier. That would be cool. Anyway, I might see you guys again next week. Do this again for that presentation. We'll have to see, but I think that'd be nice. Right, I think we're probably ready to wrap this up, aren't we? So thank you for joining me, everyone. Thank you for chatting so much. Tamagotchi Life 2. Pretty big deal. That Prime 4 stuff was really cool as well. That's what I'm mainly excited about. And Rhythm Heaven's a really big deal. Yeah. Anyway, see you all later. That was a pretty good direct, actually. Better than I was expecting. Right. Boom, 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 boom.